You're watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you're tuned in to SKST Radio Small Business Network with Cami Grayson and Carol Johnson. Hey,
Hi,
Carol!
how are you? I'll have to say good
Good.
afternoon because you're on the East Coast.
So, how are things going with you today, lady?
Oh man, that's great. Yesterday I just got word that I got into a festival in New York, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
That's always a nice way to start the week, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so guys, Carol is a comedian. This lady is amazing. So she's juggling these two worlds. And so Carol, tell people about you and how you got started.
Divorce got me started. You have a life and you make laughs out of it. It's always better to laugh about a situation than the other. And it's been great. That's I'm working on a one woman show called hashtag I'm free range. That's my word for I'm single. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
what started, and I haven't looked back. It's been so much fun. It's been
Nice,
a
nice.
lot of
Well,
fun.
so when you okay, I like to joke around. I like to have fun. I like to, call myself a would-be icebreaker comedian type person, right? So, how do you feel when you get up in front of the audience in front of a lot of people? I mean, do you worry if you're going to bomb, or how does that work?
You
How
know,
do you prepare?
it's so funny. I guess because I'm older, I'm not nervous. It's like the worst that can happen is people don't laugh. And it's a rush. I mean, when you get a great audience, they're always great audiences, but it's just so much fun. I'm not nervous. I just enjoy it.
Wow. So were you always funny, or did you just pick this up?
I think like a lot of comedians, we have like a tortured childhood. So we learn to laugh about a lot of those situations.
Mhm.
I was not funny in school, but I was a dancer, and I was remember being really funny in dance class, and I
Okay.
would make everyone laugh. So that was a lot of fun.
So what made them laugh? Did you have Bambi legs or
Now it's funny. The parents called me like Lucille Ball because I do more physical things. Like we'd be doing a dance, and I would do a bizarre twist on it,
gotcha.
or flail around, or I don't know anything. I guess to get a laugh. So it was fun.
So how did you get your first break?
How did I get my first break? Um, Flappers. I went to a woman's open mic because a stand-up comedy is still very male dominated
Mhm.
everywhere. I mean, you look at all the show posters, it's mostly guys. And I had just started, and I there were no all women mics in San Diego, so I drove up to LA to Flappers to the all women's open mic.
Okay.
And it was magical. It was magical. The female energy was just awesome. And
Wow.
oh yeah, it was great. And every woman that got up there was hysterically funny. So I thought, when I'm ready, I'll come back and audition. But they booked me from that open mic.
Wow.
I
Interesting.
know. Yeah, even though I wasn't really ready, I was pretty nervous that first show because it was
Okay.
a real stage and a real audience. And it was, had a lot of friends in the audience though. That surprised me. So that was really nice. So
No.
yeah, that was my first time.
So that was what I was about to ask you. What do you do about support with family and friends to kind of boost your morale to keep you going? How
Yeah,
does
that's kind of hard. Your family and your friends get tired of watching you. It's like not another show. It's just, please don't ask us to do this. So right now I'm working on my fan base, which is tough, and I annoy people everywhere. If you see me in the grocery store, I will come up, give you a button, and annoy you. So
nice, nice. So what's next for you?
um, I'm actually working on a one woman show. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I might try it out at it's Solo Com in New York City in March. I only get 15 minutes, but I might do a little bit of it in
A
that.
medley of it.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, so I'm working on that now. I think it should be fun and exciting. So
Nice.
keep
Now,
going.
how do you get booked? How do you book yourself to different things? Do you have an agent, or how does that work?
You know, it's funny. I did actually get an agent by accident, but it's for commercials. That's a whole nother story, which has been really fun and weird. Right. I never say no. It's like improv. You always say yes and to everything in your life, and good things come back to you. It's great.
Right,
I
right.
just never shut myself off to anything. So
Now, if I wanted to become a comedian, what would I need? What would I need to do?
there's a lot of really good books out there. I'm sure in Virginia there are comedy clubs that if you want, you can take a class, see if you like it.
You could actually take a class to become a comedian.
You can. There's comedians need money, so a lot of comedians do classes for people. So
Wow.
yeah, and
So I
so
never would have thought of that.
yeah, it's an easy way to get started. So you see if you like it or not. I started out with improv, and I have gotten a lot of really good friends doing improv, but improv wasn't exactly what I was looking for, I think. I
Oh,
just needed to be the center of attention. So
gotcha. Oh my gosh. So that is that part of the recommendation you would give to someone that's inspiring to be a
yeah.
comedian?
Oh yeah, or just get some stuff and try an open mic. I'm sure there's a lot of open mics even in your
Wow.
area, and it's fun. That's starting out. That's what I thought I just wanted to try. I thought, I at least have all of these things I want to do, and I'll try an open mic. And I loved it. So here I am.
Wow. Wow. So what are the struggles at becoming a comedian?
Being older, being an older woman,
Really?
yeah, because I try to do comedy that everyone enjoys. But
Hmm.
again, it's harder getting, I really do think it's harder getting booked as an older woman. But we have a lot of the life experience. So we've got a lot of shit to talk about.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's a
Right?
whole bunch of stuff we can laugh at
Yeah.
throughout the times, and
No, honestly, marriage, dating, children, just everything. There's so much. We've been
wow,
through a lot.
very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you got the one woman show coming up. Um, what are you doing to prepare for that?
Writing a lot, throwing away a lot, trying to figure out. I want it to be more immersive, maybe even costume changes. So
Hmm.
I've been watching videos on how people make those costumes. Have you seen them where they can change on stage immediately?
No.
Oh, it's like magic. So I'm looking at things like that to try to, you know, make it more special, more interesting.
Popping. I seen like a circus, and this lady was like a quick change artist, and she was like literally changing right before our eyes, and I'm sure that's kind of I thought of that when you said that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but slower. I've seen those. It's magical, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I've
Wow.
read a lot on it, and they make a lot of the outfits out of silk because silk is very thin, so they can layer it without it being shown. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So now that's another thing though. Is it expensive? I mean, is this like the cheapest career or the expensive career?
Oh man, you really don't make a lot of money doing stand up. I mean, it's rare to get paid, so I think for most of us, it's more of a hobby that we want to become full time. And I know I have no idea how that big break happens. It's fun though. It's fun. I did a show at Flappers, and it was great because afterwards the Wayans brothers were there to try out new material.
Wow.
So to be able to watch famous comedians work on their new stuff, that's pay for me. That was awesome.
Were
That
you
was
able to say hello to them or get some
I
words of
didn't I
wisdom?
didn't want to bug them, but
Oh,
just being
okay.
able to be watching their process was great. It was really great. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good comedian, right?
Right? No, I know. It's awesome. It's really fun. It's just a lot of good times.
So did you get to travel much?
Not a lot, but I hope this year to do more. That's kind of what I've got planned. I'm going to try to get my show into fringe festivals and like this solo com in New York. That's awesome. That's like my starting off my year right, uh,
Yeah,
by traveling to a show, which will be fun.
that's very cool. That's
Yeah,
very cool.
I'm excited.
Man. So is there anything you need to give to our audience to let people know how to get in contact with you? If they
Follow
have any
me on my
questions?
social media, Instagram, Carol Johnson, LOL, and TikTok, which horrifies my children and my friends. Everyone's got to be on TikTok. It's awful. But
Oh my gosh, yeah. I did a live earlier behind the scenes TikTok. So I'm trying to get
oh,
with the youngsters.
fun. Oh, I'll follow you. And
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Carol Johnson comedy. So follow
Okay.
me and I'll follow you guys back.
Well, thank you. I think mine is the Cammy Grayson show, and
Okay.
so I'm new at the TikToker thing too. So it's kind of like, how do you sit and talk to the phone the whole entire time? I
No,
know
I
you got 1,000 jokes about that.
oh yeah, no. It's like I grew up before social media when if you got drunk or you were at a party, it just disappeared into your background. Now, if you do something embarrassing, it is on the internet forever. I think
Yeah,
that's hard for kids these days living with that, it's got to be tough.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everything is so visual now. So
Right?
yeah.
And the thing that kills me though is I was actually having ramen the other day and two families with toddlers came in and the parents sat on their phones the entire time. So how are these little kids supposed to learn to have a conversation like we're having?
Right,
You
right.
know, a back and forth and listening and it's kind of scary for me. I don't know how that's supposed to work out.
Well, you know what? I can tell you that I feel it's going to get worse. You
Yeah.
know, because the technology is boosting up even more, and so how do you get a regular conversation out of a person?
Right, right. I
You know,
remember the first time I saw this, it was probably back in the 90s, and cell phones were not, hugely popular back then. And I saw two people sitting at a Starbucks, two attractive people. They weren't even talking to each other. They were on their phone already. I'm like, that was the first time I'd ever seen that. That was kind of scary. That was at a mall in New Jersey. So
wow, wow. Yeah, so I don't know. We got to fix it. Well, people like you who tells great jokes to get people out of the house so they can focus at least at a comedy place. I think that's it's rare and far in between. So I think we really need people like you to keep going, to keep the momentum going.
thank you. Yeah, it's good to laugh. And studies have even been shown laughter gives you endorphins. It really makes your body healthier. So get out there and watch local comedy. I mean, or do local comedy. It's awesome.
Yeah. Wow, I love it. Absolutely love it. So, Carol, thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything else you want to add and tell our audience before we go?
I just want to say that you're awesome. I'm so excited to be here. It's been lovely meeting you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is a great show, and I will promote. I already liked and subscribed, so yay!
Thank you.
You've got a lot of you've got a lot of followers. I'm impressed. That's good
Well,
for
thank you. We're building,
honestly,
we're building. And
yeah,
so I,
you're doing
I
great.
think giving back and giving people the opportunity to voice what they're doing, what they're working on, everyone's unique. And I think by, they usually do stuff like in your community, this community, that community. Well, we're the World Wide Web. Why not all communities? And
That's
so
right, right?
that's what we're doing, bringing the world
Yay!
together one person at a time. So
That's awesome. You're doing a great job.
well, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. So don't forget, Instagram me and TikTok me, and I will do the same thing for you. And we're
Yay!
gonna make it happen. And I'll try to follow you. Give me some of your dates and stuff, and I can post for you. Okay?
Okay, great. I will. I'll be with Pretty Funny Women the last Wednesday of the month at the La Jolla Comedy Store. So that's going to
Oh,
be a
wow.
fun show.
That's going to be
Yes,
fun.
it's an all women show. So that's always
Nice,
going to be
nice,
fun
nice.
too.
Okay, well, until next week, Carol, tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.